Coach, 2 straight matches now where the heavyweights rallied to get you guys the victory. Just thoughts on that and how big that was today.
Yeah, that's the strength of our lineup, 74 through heavyweight there. And, you don't want to rely on that because it's you screw up and you lose, right? We had to win out, I think, 74 all the way up to heavyweight. So we need to get our lightweights getting some points for us as well, And I mean, Cade Brown did an awesome job, and so did Dylan Evans. But then still, we had to win out the rest of the way.
Yeah, I wanted you to mention Kate Brown. That was a turning point for you guys.
Yeah.
True freshman, stepping in against a veteran opponent and getting bonus points.
Yeah. No, we really are impressed with his development. He just keeps getting better and better, and he's a really good competitor. Just loves it. And so, yeah, he's gonna have a really bright future. We're trying to be smart about how many times we use him because Finn Solomon's our starting 49, and he's having a good season as well. So this was Cade's 4th time, and we'll try to get him maybe one more for the out-of-conference matches for his last one. But he's coming along really nicely, and that is not only for him, but that's huge for our team, right? Because it's tough to do as a true freshman when you're don't have a whole lot to cheer about when he goes out there, and then he gives you something to cheer about. So, and that bled right into Dylan at 57, so that was nice to see.
How important was that win for Luka at 74? Seems like that got you going towards later in the match.
Yeah, it was big. It was 74 and 84 is kind of went haywire. The matches, 84 or more, some of the calls, but 74, that kid passed out in that situation, and it was I was worried to just keep your focus, because that's not something that usually happens. That was wild, but and the kid's tough to score on, so I thought Luka did a nice job of just kind of wrestling his match the entire time.
Both programs have been on the up and up, both top 25 now.
Yeah.
Have bright futures, it looks like. What can you say about the rivalry and going forward, and what it might look like next year, the next few years?
Yeah, it's fun to do this. I mean, they had a great crowd, obviously, so that's super cool for the area. But it's good for our guys. I was just telling them in the locker room, this is part of your training. You come in because you can't. There's nothing you can do in practice to kind of simulate what they did tonight. You come into an environment where, the crowd's telling you to eat shit, and then you just have to go out there and beat somebody. You know what I mean? And that's that's great. I mean, that's really that's those environments that you want to wrestle in because it's going to prepare you more than anything we can do in a practice. So yeah, I love it. I think Coach Flynn's doing an awesome job, and it's helping both programs.
How important was that win for Pitzer at 285? A little close there, but he does get the pin in the end. How important was that for him?
I don't know if it was close. I mean, it was 8-2 when he pinned him, right? So yeah, I thought he's a good competitor, right? So that's the kind of guy you want out there in a pressure situation. But yeah, I mean, he only gave up 2 escapes and then a couple takedowns, back points, and finish off with a fall was a nice exclamation point to put on the duel.
Through 9 matches now, this gives you guys 6 versus a ranked opponent. How important is that for the guys developmentally going forward for the rest of the year?
Yeah. What was that? What did you say? Through 9 matches? What?
You guys have 6 ranked opponents through that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and part of that is intentional because you want to prepare for the postseason, and we're in a good conference, so you got to get ready for those guys too. But it's also just the area of where we are. I mean, this is an hour away. We wrestle at Ohio State. That's 3 hours. So we're surrounded. Lehigh, we wrestle every year. That's the other side of the state. So you're just surrounded by really good programs. So we don't really have an option.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.